perimeter equation word problems. First of all, remind me, how do we find the perimeter of a shape? Add all the sides, right? However many sides it has, we add them all together. All right, so just some tips. It is helpful to draw a picture and use the information given to label the picture. We will use the perimeter formula to find your equation. Specifically, we'll be dealing with rectangles mostly on these problems. And then we just solve the equation like we did using our order of operations. Okay, so the length of a rectangle is 2 more than the width. The perimeter of the rectangle is 92. Find the length and the width. Okay, so in these problems, you are going to usually be given 2 pieces of information about your rectangle. Usually one of those is perimeter. So, So if we have this rectangle here, I'm going to call one side the width. The other side, it tells us, is 2 more than the width. Right, so I'm going to call it 2 plus W, or W plus 2, whichever one you prefer. There. Okay, so that's why I don't like doing it this way. All right, let me go back. I just want to write on this. I'll do this the other way. I want to do it a different way. Alright. Let me do this. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do my work over here on the side. In fact, let's just do this. Let's just do this real quick. This will be best. This way I can do it my way. That's all right. It looks like she has probably picked problems that are going to give you nice, even answers, but there's a chance that it could happen. All right. Okay. Yours is printed there. I'm going to use this program so that I can write the way that I want to. So it tells us the length of a rectangle is 2 more than the width. So I'm going to call this the width. This is the width plus 2, or 2 plus W, either one. All right, now, how do I find the perimeter of a rectangle? I add the sides together. If this side is W, this side over here is also W, right? If the top side is W plus 2, the bottom side is W plus 2. So my perimeter would be W plus W plus 2 plus W plus W plus 2. And what does the problem tell me my perimeter equals? 92. Now, another way that you can do this is that since there are 2 widths, I could have used the equation 2W plus 2L is 92 because there's two widths and two lengths. And I could have done it like this where I replace the L with W plus 2. But I think this is pretty straightforward where everybody can understand. So we now just have an equation we need to simplify. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 W's over here. So I got 4W. And then I've got a plus 2 here and a plus 2 here. So if I put those together, it's 4. So 4W plus 4 is 92. Snack. You are a disruptive child, and I love you. That is not a snack, that's a piece of candy. Alright, go. High quality nutrition there. Alright, it's taking an unnecessarily long time to do that. And that is the story of our lives. Alright. Bye. See you later. Alright. So, we needed to solve this equation. Let's see, Riley, what did we do to solve this equation? Good. And then what would we do, Riley? Divide by 4. So in this case, we're going to get 22 for the width. So if the width is 22, so I have 22. It doesn't actually tell us units. It should say units like inches, centimeters, whatever. What is the length going to be? 24. Because our length is going to be 2 longer than our width. It's just asking for length and width. So I guess it probably would be like your, yeah. You do need to be careful with these. Our width is 22. Our length is 26. I'm sorry, not 26. I wrote 6 there. 24. You do want to be careful with these because on some of the questions that you may see for this, there might be one answer choice that has the width at 22 and the length at 24, and then the other one where they're just flipped. So a lot of students miss those because they pick the wrong one. So pay attention right here to which one you call the width and which one you call the length. Okay? Questions on that problem? All right, let's try another one. All right, length of a rectangle is 4 more than 4 times the width. Perimeter is 58. Find the length and width. So, let's draw our rectangle here. It gives us like a complicated formula for length, right? Length of the rectangle is 4 more than 4 times the width. Rosalind, how would I write an equation for that? 4 more than 4 times the width. Perfect. 4 plus 4W, or if you'd rather, you can do 4W plus 4. The order doesn't matter there. So that means I could call this side W. The length is 4 plus 4W. Now, I could do the problem just like I did the last problem, but I'm going to do it this way. I've got a width right here. 2 sides are going to have that width, correct? So I'm going to just call it 2W. Is that okay with you guys? And then I've got 4 plus 4W, but I got 2 sides that have that length. So I'm going to call it 2 times 4 plus 4W. And that should give me my perimeter, which is 58. You do not have to do it this way. If you would rather, you can do like we did on the last one. W plus 4 plus W, 4W, plus W plus 4 plus 4W equals 58. Either one is fine. It just takes up less room to do it the second way. So if I distribute my 2 here, I've got 2W plus 8 plus 8W equals 58. Okay. Anna Grace, what would I do after I've distributed there? Very good. So that'll give me 10W plus 8 equals 58. Alright, Lexi, what comes after that? Minus 8. So I get 10W equals 50. And then, Blakeland, what would I do last? Good. So I divide by that 10. W equals 5. So my width is 5. For the length, what do I have to do to find the length? I got to do the 4 plus 4W, right? So I would do 4 plus 4 times 5. Well, what do I do first there? Got to multiply first, order of operations. So it's 4 plus 20, which gives us 24. So the length is 24. Put it all right there. Okay. Let's do one more. Alright, this one says the length of a rectangle is 3 more than 6 times the width. The perimeter is 104. Find the length and width. So, I got my width here. It tells me what the length equals, and we're going to have to write an equation for that. So, Lanaya, how would I write an equation for that? Length of a rectangle is 3 more than 6 times the width. Good. 6x plus 3. If you want to do 3 plus 6x, that's fine too. I like having the x first. Actually, instead of x, what should I be using? Let's use a w because it's width. 6w plus 3. Alright, so this side, instead of calling it L, I could call it 6w plus 3. So if I'm doing perimeter here, I could just do w plus 6w plus 3 plus w plus 6w plus 3. Or I could do like I did on the last problem. I've got 2w plus 2 times 6w plus 3. And that should equal the perimeter, which is 104. Okay. Haley, what would we do first to solve that? Good. What do we get when we do that? Good. All right. Then, Haley, what do you do after that? We are eventually going to do that, but I would really like it if you did something else first. Over here on this side, is there anything you could put together? The 2W and the 12W. So let's put those together first, and then we'll deal with that 6. So this is going to give me 14W plus 6 equals 104. And now I can subtract the 6. So 14W would equal 98. And then, Haley, what's the last thing I would do? Very good. I'll divide by that 14. What are you guys getting? 7? All right, so width is 7. To find the length, that would be this side over here where I do 6W plus 3. So that length would be 6 times 7 plus 3, which is 42 plus 3. So I'll get my length is 45. Should be the same general setup for most of these problems. Just this first part is going to vary based on what you're given. Okay. Questions on those? All right, let's do a few on your own to practice.